Good morning, everybody. Let's begin. Ooh, that sounds like a great song title, doesn't it? Here we go. Let's begin from this moment. Let's begin now. Let's begin from within. Let's begin now. So please know that we are here to support you any way we can in your spiritual journey. So, welcome. All right, again, I want to say a huge thank you. You guys can look around the room and see all the changes, how kind of bare it is, but that's okay. But a huge thank you to all the people who did whatever it was that they did. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. You were a blessing, and a double blessing, because we're done. The few things we have left, we can just move right on out of here and it'll be all good. All right, our prayer chaplain today is Till Hagen. So if you have any prayers or gratitude, she'll be in the Myrtle Fillmore room and happy to pray with you. I am serving as board member today, so if you have any questions for me, I'm not going to answer them. So let us start with our mission statement. Together, our mission is to provide a prosperous and loving community by connecting to God through prayer and following the teachings of Christ. Let's say that again, all together. Our mission is to provide a prosperous and loving our opening statement, please. Together. I can do all things through Christ in me. Again, please. I can do all things through Christ in me. Join me as we pray. And we say, Father and Mother God, living, loving presence. We say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. We are done here. We are moving onwards and upwards. Something better for us. We know that we have blessings coming. We know there is nothing stronger than the Christ presence within. And we hold in our hearts the positive thoughts in our mind that our new church home, beyond the one we're moving to, will be absolutely spectacular. It will be everything that we want in a physical building. Because a real church is not the building, it is the people. And we are blessed with wonderful congregants, wonderful folks who come to share the message with us. And we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. We ask this and all blessings in the name and through the power of the living Christ. And so it is. Amen. The daily word is resilience. I am adaptable and resilient. As I look back on my life, I can see that I have moved through many seasons and changes along my journey. I understand that change is inevitable, a natural part of life. When I forgot this truth, I felt anxious or uncomfortable when life presented me with challenges. I've learned to adapt to the twists and turns of life and not resist them. Now, when I am faced with a challenge and feel discomfort in my body or unrest in my mind, I pause to remember my divinity. I remind myself that I have the capacity to draw upon spiritual wisdom at any time. I affirm, I greet any change or challenge with resiliency and openness. My mind and heart are at rest as I accept the changes in my life. I am resilient. I hereby commend you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
Created me. Start with I am. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, one more time. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am. Let's try you are. You are as God created you. You are a light in this world. You are as God created you. You are. Let's do that one more time. And this time, if you feel comfortable with it, I encourage you to look at somebody else. Now don't hold their hand, just look at them, okay? Here we go. You are as God created you. You are a light in this world. You are as God created you. You are. Okay, can we do something? I know we just stood up for the opening again. Let's stand up again. How about we are? We are as God created us. We are a light in this world. We are as God created us. We are. One more time. We are as God created us. We are a light in this world. We are as God created us. We are. It's like the song that never ends. Boy, they just keep going and going.
But it's a good song.
It is indeed.
Got me all excited. Yeah. All right. So you ready for my joke this morning? Yeah. Because it doesn't look like I'm ready. All right. So there's a minister at church, and he's walking out of the sanctuary, and he sees this little boy in the lobby looking at the wall with great concern. He's looking at this wall, and there's a list of names. There's about hundreds of names on the wall, and each name has a flag by it. So the little boy's wondering, he asks the minister, what are all these names? And the minister says, well, those are all the men who have died in the service. And he gets this really worried look on his face, and he says, well, which service are they going to, the 8 o'clock or the 10 o'clock?
That was good. That needs another one.
All right. Well, today, I have a lot of energy today, so we're just going to go with that. Today, my talk is on holy determination. Holy determination. Isn't that something you'd like to have, holy determination? Because sometimes, I know it's difficult right now in the world because we're dealing with COVID-19, we're dealing with all this conflict in politics, we're dealing with people getting censored on YouTube and Facebook and on the news, and we got a lot of chaos going on in the world right now. So where are we in all that? Where are we? Are we getting all depressed about it? Are we feeling stuck about it? Are we giving up that, things are just going to stay this way? We'll be dealing with the mask and the restrictions forever, and we're just going to give up? And no, I don't think so. Because we have holy determination, right?
Yes.
We got holy determination. And I was listening to this song this morning that really, really hits what I want to get across today. Because I think some of us, well, maybe not all of us, are starting to lose our momentum here. And it's a song by Josh Grayson. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a country singer. But the chorus is, I want to cry like the rain, Shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. Sing to the heavens like a church bell ringing. Fight with the devil and come out swinging. Fly like a bird, roll like a stone. Love like I'm not afraid to be alone. Take everything that the world has to give. I want to live. I want to live. Shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. Sing to the heavens like the church bells ringing. I think some of us have forgotten that. And in this holy determination, there's some things we have to do. So my question today is to get to that place of shining like the sun on a beautiful morning. Do we have the determination to do that? How badly do you want to find a relationship with God? Because that's what we have to do to get to this shine like the sun on a beautiful morning, even when all this COVID and even when all this chaos is going on in the world. We can still shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. Fight with the devil and come out swinging. That's exciting to me. But it takes determination. It takes that resilience. It takes that obedience to get to know God. Because God is the only way we're going to stay in this place of shining like the morning sun, no matter what's going on. So how determined are we to have this relationship with God? Can we stay optimistic even though things around us aren't looking so optimistic? Can we stay in that place of oneness with God even though things are looking bad out there? Can we stay in this place of joy and excitement and wonder even when the world is not in the same place? Can we do that? Do we have the holy determination to stay there? Do we have that strength to know who and what we are? Do we have the strength to know that God's power, God's presence is right here in us? Do we have that strength and determination to stand in our truth, even though things in our life, things in our world may not be looking that good? Do we have it? Can we let go of the negative experiences that want to keep hold in our soul from the past? That's one of the things we have to do to find this holy determination. We have to let go of those past memories that we've got in our soul, and we keep playing that tape over and over and over again. How many times do we tell somebody something that happened to us in the past over and over? And if we're not sharing it with somebody, we're replaying it in our own mind. Well, I can't believe that I'm going to be prosperous because that's never happened in the past. I can't believe that I'm going to be pain-free because I'm in pain right now. How determined are you to stick with the truth? How determined are you to say, no, I'm not going there. No, the chaos may be out there, but I'm not going there. No, I may be in pain, but I know I can make myself free of pain. Yes, I may be financially challenged right now, but I say no to that because I know the truth is I am an opulent child of God. So hear that holy determination in there. That's to say no to what's going on in the world. You have that power, you know. I can say no. I choose not to be part of that chaos that's going on. I choose to stay in my place of peace. I choose to stay in this place of oneness with God. I choose to believe that good is what's going to happen no matter what the situation is. So you have to choose to see the good. Choose to see the good even though it may not look good. So I have a story in the Bible, of course, that kind of follows those same guidelines. It's the story of Daniel. I don't know how many of you know about the story of Daniel. But Daniel within us represents that wisdom, inspiration, which we can only connect to if we stay out of fear, right? That's what he represents. And this is a time where the king of Babylon has just taken over Jerusalem. And the king of Babylon's name is Nebuchadnezzar. Okay? And Daniel was one of the people who was captive. All right? And the king represents everything within us that idolizes the material world. Everything that believes that the outer world has power over us is what this king represents. Now Daniel, he's representing that spiritual part of us that has that intuition, has that wisdom, has that spiritual understanding. So the king one day has a dream, and he wants to have his dream interpreted. And he calls all his magicians and his sorcerers and all the people that he thinks should know the answer. And he wants to know the interpretation of this dream. But the trick is, he can't remember the dream. So not only does he want them to interpret the dream, he wants them to figure out what the dream was for him. Now naturally, these people can't do that. These people represent our logic. They are logically saying, that's impossible. I can't do that. If you can't tell me the dream, how can I interpret it? Now, isn't that where we go in life when a challenge happens? Somebody asks us something we don't think we can do. We're given challenges in life and we don't believe we can get there. Just like these people. I can't give you the interpretation of a dream that I don't know. And so the king gets angry and he's going to kill all these sorcerers and magicians because they won't do what he wants them to do. So he's angry, just like we get angry when things happen that we don't like happening. But Daniel hears what's going on. And Daniel goes to the king's, one of his servants, and says, please don't kill all these other people. I can do it. Now see, he's staying in that place of holy determination. He's staying in that place of saying, no, don't kill these men. I can do this. And so he does. He goes to the king. He says, I can interpret your dream. And the king is kind of laughing at him. How can you do that? You don't even know what it is. And he goes, because God knows all mysteries. God knows all things. So he connected to that wisdom, that divine wisdom within himself. And one night, he saw the king's dream. He saw the king's dream. And the king had dreamt of this man that had a gold head. He had a chest and arms of silver. His hips were brass. His legs were iron. And his feet were iron and clay. All right? Now, so each one of these categories metaphysically is representing a stage of consciousness. The gold representing those Christ ideas, the silver representing love, and the iron representing strength. But those things are standing on something that's made with clay and iron. Something that is mixed. Something that is divided. Now your feet represent your understanding. There's something you're standing on, your understanding. So this person he's dreaming of really cannot move forward because he's divided between his spiritual realm and the material realm, and he doesn't know which one to believe in. So Daniel sees in this dream there's a rock, and this rock was not cut by human hands. It was just there, this rock. And rocks in the Bible always represent faith, all right? And this rock gets thrown at this object with the clay and iron feet, and it absolutely falls apart. It falls apart into tiny little pieces, and the wind blows it away. And then the rock that's on the ground grows bigger and bigger till it takes up tons of space. So he tells him, you can't exist, you cannot continue and be king the way you are. You cannot believe that all your power is out there in the material world. You cannot worship material idols. You have to put all your holy determination in spirit, in God. And that little rock of faith, which was not very much, just like Jesus said, all we need is a little seed of faith, totally destroyed, or I won't say destroyed, transformed this man in a dream into nothingness so he could be rebuilt with this rock of faith. So, Daniel, he's that guy that's got holy determination. He's that guy that knows he can figure out the king's dream. He saw the king's dream in his own dream. Because he had that determination, he saved a lot of people, sorcerers, magicians, from getting killed. And he convinced this king that Daniel's God is God. That Daniel's God is the God of the kingdom of heaven. So this little challenge that happened did amazing things for this other king. He saw what happened in that dream. And he saw how Daniel dealt with it, and he realized what Daniel believed in was the truth, was the real king. God is the real king of the kingdom of heaven. And he wanted to make Daniel king of his kingdom, but Daniel wouldn't do it. He stayed just as a gatekeeper to the kingdom. But you have to see, we need that determination, that holy determination that says, no, I don't have to go with the crowd. That determination that says, I know who I am. That determination that knows I am a divine expression of God with all the power I need to create my dreams. So let me ask you, have you given up on your dreams? Have you decided you can't achieve them? Have you decided you just got to stay in this rut on the road and just keep on going without a lot of energy, just following the crowd? Or have you decided to be in that holy place of determination where you know the truth and you want to live the truth and you want to be the truth and you have that power within you? But how determined are you to get to know God? How determined are you to get to know God? Because that's how you get that holy determination, is by getting to know God. And a lot of times we get these challenging experiences in life in order to do exactly that. Because otherwise, when things are going smoothly, we're in our happy little place, we're really not thinking too much about God. At least I don't. I mean, sometimes I take it for granted. I'm just happy doing my thing. Everything's going great. But when that challenge comes, you better believe I'm praying maybe once or twice a day. You better believe I'm saying my affirmations all day long. You better believe I'm doing my best to get to know the power and presence of God. So all these little challenges in life, that's what they're there to do. We're all here to know God in greater and greater ways. But how determined are you to do it? Because it's easy to give up. It's easy to give up. If I've had my arm hurting for 6 months now, it's easy for me to give up and settle and say, well, I just have to deal with this pain in my arm because it's here. But if you have holy determination, what do? You say no, just like Myrtle Fillmore did. She said no. I'm a divine child of God. I don't inherit disease. And she healed herself from tuberculosis after 2 years. It didn't happen like that. It took 2 years. That takes holy determination. That has commitment to believing in the power and presence of God. But do you have that determination? Do you have that commitment to say, no matter what, I know I will be healed. No matter what, I know I am prosperous. No matter what, I know I am loved. I am never alone. Do you have that determination? Do you want that holy determination? To say no to what's going on. To know there's something better going on. To know that something that's being a challenge to me has amazing good to bring into my life. All I have to do is get on the other side of it. Now, I have personal experience, of course, so I always go with my stories. So years ago, I had a lump in my throat. And they didn't know what it was, of course. They do all the tests, they don't know what it is. But it could be cancer, right? So what happened? Well, I told some of my friends. The friends are looking up thyroid cancer, information on the internet. Oh, here, Denise, if it's thyroid cancer, it's the best cancer you could have because it's easy to deal with. So you want to know what I did with those pieces of paper? I threw them away. I said no. I used my holy determination, and I said no. The doctor didn't give me a very high chance that it wasn't going to be cancer. What did I do? I said no. My own husband, because if it was cancer, I was going to have to stay the night in the hospital, but if it wasn't, I would be going home the same day. So I had no intentions of packing to stay the night. But my own husband said, aren't you going to pack to go to the hospital? And I said no. That's how much holy determination I had that I didn't have cancer. All right? So I go in there to get the surgery done, and of course, my faith is shaken a little bit while I'm on that they're strapping me down. And the nurse could see that I was a little nervous about it, and she just held my hand till I fell asleep. Now that's God in action. Someone seeing that I was still a little nervous about the whole thing, but since I had been standing in my holy determination, someone showed up to give me reassurance that it was all going to be all right. So that's the vision I had before they knocked me out, was this lady lovingly holding my hand. And the first thing I remember in the recovery room was the doctor telling me it wasn't cancer. So once again, holy determination. I could have said, well, Mom died of cancer, Dad died of cancer. I got all my friends believing it's cancer. The doctor's not even telling me it. I don't have a very big chance. Because it was big. It was the size of a baseball. It was big. So he was saying, chances are this is cancer. But through that whole experience, I stood in my truth. I was in my holy determination. Anybody who tried to tell me, Denise, this is cancer, I said no to. You better believe I was praying every day. And when I prayed, after I prayed one morning, I got in the shower and I heard that intuitive voice say, ye of little faith, only good can come from this. Now I knew that wasn't me talking because I don't talk that way. I don't talk that way. Ye of little faith, I would never say that to myself. And guess what? Great things did happen from it. I had not spoken to my mother for a year before this operation. And lo and behold, it reconciled my mother and I. Now, I didn't know that before this was all going to happen. But I trusted God. I knew something good was going to happen because I heard that voice tell me, ye of little faith, only good can come from this. Because they give you all kinds of scary news when they do this. If they nick your vocal cords, you're not going to be able to talk. They could hit your parathyroids and all this other stuff. I mean, it's kind of, they give you a scary scenario. Plus, you could die, of course. But you had to say no to all those things. I had to say no to all those things and stand in my relationship with God. And God made an amazing thing happen. My mother and I were talking to each other again after that surgery, and we had not talked for years. My husband was blown away because they had told him if it was cancer, my surgery would be 3 hours long. If it wasn't, it would only be like an hour and a half. Well, guess how long it was? 3 hours long. So he was shocked, just like this king in the story would have been shocked. Because he thought for sure it was cancer. He thought for sure I should take my suitcase. It was 3 hours long. But guess what? That wasn't God's intention. That was not what God had planned. And I today don't take thyroid medicine because I believe the other side takes care of it, and it does. So that's the power of your holy intention. So, are you all in for this holy intention?
Yes.
Are you all in for knowing God in greater and greater ways?
Yes.
Are you determined to stand in your truth no matter what's going on in the world?
Yes.
Are you determined to hold this space of love and beauty and joy for our world no matter what's happening in the outer world? Because we need that more than ever right now. With all the chaos that's going on out there, we need the people with holy determination out there, holding to the truth that we are a world of love and joy and beauty and peace. And we will see it. We will see it. Because all this turmoil is for our highest good, for something greater. Just like God told me, ye of little faith, only good can come from this. Only good can come from this. So let's not settle for something else. Let's not give up on our dreams. Let's not give up on being healed. Our co-founders healed themselves. That should be enough to get us motivated in believing that we can heal ourselves. It may take time, but that's okay. Because we live in a world where we're so used to getting things just like this. We can get on our phone and we can have information just like this. We don't even have to wait 9 months to find out if you're having a boy or a girl anymore. They know that within weeks now. So there's very few things we wait for anymore. We have fast food, we got microwaves. But for spiritual change and development, unfoldment, we have to wait. Because if it happened all at once, it would blow us away. It would truly blow your mind if something happened just like that. And most of the time, if we're in pain, it's been something that's happened over many years. If we're working on forgiveness, it's something that happened over many years. And then we expect it to go away just like that. Well, it doesn't work that way. That's why we need the holy determination. The holy determination to stand in your truth, to believe the truth. The pain, yes, it will go away. Because truly the pain is just letting you know that you need to be finding that oneness with God in order for that pain to go away. Any financial challenge is an opportunity to get to know God, to see that challenge go away. Any not in harmony relationship is there. In time, it will go away. I always wanted to be close to my mother, but for some reason, I couldn't do that. So I gave up. I settled. I said, okay, I can't make this work. I'm just going to say, I can't talk to her. But deep down, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. And God knew that's not what I wanted. So guess what? Something was created to make that go away. Not something I at first wanted, but it worked. So are you willing to accept that challenges in life are here to make us create that relationship with God that we need? And when we make that connection to God, the situation goes away. It will go away. All right? So I'm going to read the words to the song again because they get me really excited. So I want to cry like the rain, which tells me it's okay to cry. Take chances. We get hurt, we'll rebound. It's no big deal. We will rebound. So if I'm going to cry, I'm going to cry like the rain. Cry like the rain. And if I'm going to shine, I'm going to shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. I'm going to sing to the heavens like a church bell ringing. Fight with the devil and come out swinging. There's going to be challenges, but we can come out swinging with our truth, with our sword that we talked about the other day, that says the no word, that says, no, I don't believe in this, and wants to move on in the truth. We can fight with the devil, come up swinging and win. I want to fly like a bird, roll like a stone, love like I'm not afraid to be alone. Wouldn't that be amazing? To love like I'm not afraid to be alone? Because truthfully, you're not alone. God is always with us. I've had to learn that one. I've been single now for 8 years, almost 9. But I know I'm not alone now. And that would have never happened had I not been single for 8 years, okay? Because I've not been alone. I went from living with my parents to living with roommates in college to living with my first husband to living with another roommate and then living with another husband. I had never lived alone till this last time I got divorced. And now I know I'm not alone. But that would never happen if I didn't get that opportunity to figure that out. So now I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to be by myself. I'm not afraid to be alone. I want to take everything that the world has to give. I want to live. I'm going to take everything that the world throws at me, and I want to live. That's that holy determination. And to me, especially with this COVID-19, a lot of people aren't living anymore. A lot of people are afraid to go outside. When I call people and tell me they won't have friends over, they don't want to go anywhere, it just breaks my heart. It really does. Because they're not living. They're not living. We're here to live. I want to live. I want to be. I want to do. And I've got the holy determination to do that. And we all need that holy determination. But you know what? So what? There's a coronavirus out there. I don't care. And that's how much I normally am. But I know not everybody is that way. It's out there. I don't care. I'm still going to do all the things I want to do. Whatever the challenge is, don't let it keep you from living. Keep you from experiencing joy. Keep you from experiencing life. Keep you from being what you're meant to be. So we can all be this way. We can all shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. We can all fight with the devil and come up swinging. Don't let things make you afraid. Don't let things make you depressed. Don't let things or life get to you. And if we want to cry, we're going to cry like the rain. And when we shine like the beautiful sun in the morning. But we live, and we live life to the fullest. All right, so let's take this into prayer and into meditation. So let's close our eyes and relax. remember who we are. We are all divine children of God. And we all choose to know that connection. And we have that holy determination to experience that connection. That we choose to not give up. We choose to live life to the fullest. So we take this time to let go of whatever it is that seems to be bothering us or challenging us. And we just know that God's power, God's presence is in the midst of all things. And we open ourselves to this beautiful realm of infinite possibilities, which allows God to work in and through us all the miracles that we could ever need. So we claim our holy determination this day. We're determined to remember who we are. We're determined to know that we are the love and the light of the world. We are determined to know that God in us is greater than anything in our lives or in our world. And we say no to anything else because it simply is not the truth. Anything in the outer world has no power. So I use that beautiful sword to let go of old ideas, old fears, all unforgiveness, for those things no longer serve us. And we choose to open our hearts to the pure love of God, to the pure grace of God, knowing that we live and move and have our being in this beautiful grace of God. If we just let it happen, if we just let this beautiful divine energy be God in us, then we are free. Then we are free to shine like the sun. Then we are free to sing like the church bells in heaven. So take this time to feel that true love of God. That true love of God that says, here I am, my child. I have always been here. Let me heal your heart. Let me show you the way. Let me heal whatever it is that needs to be healed. Live in my light and in my love, and you will always find the joy of every day. So feel this feeling of oneness, this feeling of joy, this feeling of peace, knowing that it is with you 24/7. It is always there. So we take this newfound determination to have a closer relationship with God. We take this newfound determination to always stand in our truth and to say no to things that are not the truth. For we have the power to do that. So today I feel my oneness with God. Today I make a commitment to always turn to God for love, for joy, for peace, for prosperity. For it all starts within me. So let us go into the silence and feel God's power, God's pure love that is within you and all around you right now. Now let yourself become aware of your surroundings and wrap all that light underneath the soles of your feet so you're grounded to Mother Earth. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes. And always know that you have the resilience. You have that holy determination right there within your own soul. So we don't settle anymore. We shine like the sun on a beautiful morning. And we know it is done.